Hi, everybody. I'm Derek Hoffman with Ignite Performance and Health, and I'm here with Dave. Dave was actually our very first client. Dave started working with us in our soft open in December of 2024, and he's had some pretty great results, as you can see by his before and after pictures. Dave has been doing our entire ignition sequence program. That's TRT, GLP-1 weight loss medicine, strength training here in our facility, and nutrition coaching with our experts. So we wanted today to share a little bit about his journey with you. All right, so Dave, we met actually a few months before December, but let's just jump right to about before Christmas. What were you struggling with the most in your health journey?
Well, I had gotten to a point where I was starting to think maybe this was the best that I had left in my life. I was feeling very low energy. I was feeling um, uncomfortable. I was very overweight. I was even restricted in my motion to some extent. So I had a lot of work that needed to be done because I was pretty unhappy, pretty poor energy
All right,
levels.
so Dave, you had some initial skepticism, right? Big program, big commitment. What made you finally decide to make a leap of faith and try working with us?
That I was really looking for expert guidance. If I was going to take the time and spend the money, I wanted to know that it was going to work and know that I was working with people who were educated on what I was going to need. And in looking through all your materials and talking to you and everybody that I've met at Ignite, I have felt a great deal of confidence that this was the program that was going to get me the results I wanted.
So Dave, before you started working with us, I mean, you're in your 50s, right? Kind of a recent empty nester. Put a lot of your health kind of on the back burner for your career. Make sure that to try and get your health and your body back before it's too late, right? So tell me, what were the things you were struggling with the most before you came here?
Issues, and probably more than anything else was just the attitude that I had, wondering if my best days were behind me. I wasn't sure that I was ever going to feel youthful or vibrant again.
Dave, you've used every part of the ignition sequence, right? Like you've been doing the concierge strength training here in house. You've been doing our nutrition coaching program. You've used GLP-1 weight loss medicine under our physician care, as well as hormone replacement therapy. How do you feel like the combination of all of those services under one roof has helped your journey?
I think the combination is actually the key to the whole thing. As I've told you in the past, I've done each of these components on my own in the past and with limited success. And when I did GLPs ones the first time on my own, I was still eating like garbage. And I was losing weight because I was eating less garbage, but it wasn't doing anything for me long term. And I would say my results here in 6 months outpaced what I had done on my own for 2 years. My healthcare provider was not hardly checking my levels at all, or very infrequently. And what we found was it was way too high. And so that was a risk to my health that I wasn't even aware of. And I appreciated the approach that Ignite took to make sure that my levels are where they need to be and that we're checking in regularly to make sure the progress is what we expect.
Dave, what changes have you seen as a result of this?
It's night and day, basically. I have an energy level back. I have this confidence about how I look and how I feel. And I'm actually excited about finding ways to live a more active lifestyle. Whereas before, I just wanted to sit on the couch.
Yeah. So the energy's there, and now your body's working better for you. You know, your metabolism. You've got also let's let everybody know. How much weight have you lost since you started here?
It's probably been about 40, 45 pounds, I think.
Okay, and that number, while impressive, is not that crazy, right? But how much muscle mass have you lost since you started working here?
None.
None. You've actually gained
I'm
muscle
gaining
mass.
muscle mass.
Right.
Yep.
So the biggest thing with the GLP-1 weight loss right now is, but you lose your muscle mass, right? Then it actually hurts you in the long run. That's not a thing for you. That did not happen. After being in this program for months, you know, how does that impact how you feel, how you look, your confidence, your mental state?
Well, it really is all of the above. I feel a lot better. My clothes fit a lot better. I have a lot more confidence. I can take my shirt off and feel okay about that for the first time in my life, which is awesome. When I've been skinny in the past, I start getting really scrawny, and I have arms now. And that's exciting to have some arms and be skinny at the same time.
All right, so Dave, what would you say to someone in their 40s or 50s, that's kind of in the same boat that you were, that's on the fence about really committing to a program like this?
Thing is, I'm living proof that it works. And it's not magic. It literally is science. That's one of the things that appealed to me about it, which means if you put in the work, this will work. So I would just say you have to decide for yourself. If these are the results you want, just go do it.
How much weight have you lost?
About 45 pounds.
45 pounds, which on its own, it's a great number. It's not a crazy number. No, you can't compete with the weight loss clinic number claims. But let's go an important differentiator here. How much muscle mass have you lost since you started the program?
None.
You actually gained quite a bit of muscle mass.
Yes.
Yeah. Dave's strength has gone up in literally every single capacity.
And actually, that's something that I've appreciated about the check-ins that we do every 6 weeks, because I get to see that in a very well laid out way. Everything that's supposed to be getting smaller is getting smaller, and the things that are supposed to be getting bigger are getting bigger. And we're measuring that along the way, and I can see that progress and feel it.
And using both the ultrasound for the body fat composition and the circumference measurements that we do to kind of see how your body's changing. Right. Yeah. So everything's measured, everything's real. Nothing's presumptive. The data drives every decision that we're making about how we modify your program in each of those 6-week increments. All right, everybody. So Dave here is living proof. If you're in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, it's not too late. The ignition sequence works. What we're doing here is nothing short of giving you control of your life and your longevity back. So if that's something you're interested in, come see us.
I've been asked many times in my life if I've been losing weight, but recently a few people have asked me something I've never been asked before, which is, have you been working out? And that's been a really exciting question to get.
So in closing, taking back your health, taking back your life, taking back your longevity is possible. It's not too late. I know that a lot of us out there feel that way. Sometimes getting back over that hump is just hard. So if you need help igniting through that barrier, give us a call.